Welcome back. We are back in the shop again, as usual, working. We got a new project we're working on today. I've actually had this car for quite some time, but just haven't got around to actually getting started on it. Had a couple things in the way, but we are full steam ahead on this build. This is a 95 Impala SS coming out of Texas. I have a video where I kind of gave an intro of it and bringing it in the shop and everything like that, but now we have actually started. First thing we're working on today is the fuel system, and man, it is pretty in depth. So just to give you an idea, this is the freaking fuel filter. This is the fuel filter. We got dash 8 fittings. We got fuel pressure regulator with a boost reference. We got some major stuff. We got our 408 stroker. This is an LQ4 bored out and stroked to a 408 displacement. And then we're running an LSA, of course, with a 255 pulley, Grip Tech pulley. Here's how far we've gotten so far with the fuel pump and everything like that. I had to drill some holes. Gonna cap these off or close them off somehow. We'll keep the stock vent, but we'll get these closed off. And we got our feed and return. Bulkhead fittings. We got to run this controller for the bigger fuel pump. It's a 525 brushless pump. Some major stuff. Dash 8 line over here that we're running. So it's gonna be big. So in this series of this build, I'm not going to go too in depth because based on how much expertise it's taking, I had to call some reinforcements. I do have somebody helping me with this build. And the amount of work it's going to take to get this LSA set up to work in this car, there's really no other information out there. And you know, you guys, I'm usually pretty like, here's the part numbers, this is what you need, this is what you need. I'm not going to do that for this build. You know, this is one that is... If I'll tell you this, if this is something you wanted me to do, you'd probably you bring me the car and you needed motor, transmission, LSA, everything, you'd be close to $30,000 to $40,000, and that's pretty accurate. You know, because just the LSA kit alone, with everything you need, the supercharger, everything to put it in, is almost $13,000 to $14,000 just for that. That's not including your engine, your transmission, or labor. So, you know, put it that way. We're running a brand new supercharger from GM, LSA. Here it is here. I've had it chilling on the inside. So here it is. This is our, let's see what size is this. This is a 245 Grip Tech pulley. So I thought it was 255. It's a 245 Grip Tech pulley. So that'll give us close to 15 pounds of boost, I believe. So that's what the customer wanted. So that's what we're going to get them to. Most of this video is going to be dropping the engine in. So finally got the engine here. Going to be dropping it in. My plan is I'm actually going to pull the transmission out, move it to the side, drop the engine in, and then put the transmission back up in and bolt it together. It's actually a lot easier doing it that way than trying to get in there and line it up and just drop it out the way, put the engine in, boop, done. So that's what we're gonna do. But my light died, so I'm gonna go ahead and let my light charge. I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee, chill for a minute, and then when I get back. All right, transmission is out, and I noticed this is actually one of the older style 4L80s, because you can tell because the fittings are here instead of one here and one back here. So I don't have any experience with these older ones. I just always know, I've always been told to grab the ones that have the fitting here and not this one. These are the really old ones, but that's what the car came with. So that's what we put back in. So once I got the transmission out, now I can bring the car down and we'll go ahead and get the engine set in. I got the engine on the stand. I got the cover on, oil pans on. We got the ATI super damper on. That was a process in itself, just figuring out how to get this all lined up and stuff. But I think we got it. The last thing, there's another big pulley that goes on the top, on top of that with those 3 bolts. That's actually going to run the the blower, but I'm not gonna put that in now. That'll probably be like one of the last things I put in. What I'm gonna do now is go ahead and bring the car down. We'll get this thing on the hoist. We got the BRP mounts in there, and they're already, there we go. They're already in here on the car. So we'll go ahead and get the engine set in. Once we get the engine set in, we'll get the bolts in it. And once the engine's in the car complete, then I'll go ahead and put the transmission back in. We'll get the bell housing bolts in. We'll get the torque converter torqued down. We'll get all the stuff done, get the drive shaft back in. So that way that's done. I'm even gonna go as far as putting the headers back in, get the starter in, pretty much get as much done on the bottom as I can. Because the goal is tomorrow, get all the fuel system done, all the lines run, all that stuff. And we'll get this car off the lift. And then we'll get this gray one on the lift and get the engine taken out of this. And then kind of go from there. We got 2 cars leaving today. This one came back, but we'll talk about that in another video. But just a little, I don't know if you can see how far that wheel sucked in. But anyway, so that's the goal. So let me go ahead and get this thing down, get this engine in, and we'll go from there. All right, got it up on the lift. Just got the transmission put back in, so motor is in. Ow, hit my head on the tire. Transmission is in. Got all that bolted up, cross member, all that stuff is done. I gotta put the dipstick back in. Gotta put the drive shaft back in. But my light is dying, so I gotta put my light on the charger. And let me bring it down so you guys see the engine set in there. Wasn't too bad. Little tip on the BRP mounts. I'll tell you here in a second. All right, engine is in. So little tip on these BRP mounts. I got the passenger side in and perfect with the hoist on it. Got it on there, no issues. On the driver's side, however, I couldn't quite get it to line up properly. So what I did, if you loosen the 4 bolts that connect the mount to the block, loosen them about halfway, you'll give you a little bit more, room to move it around, and then you're able to get the bolt in and then tighten them back up. So that's what I did. Went in flawlessly, no problems. So from here, what I'm gonna do is get the headers in, just so we can check clearance for the fuel system. So we'll get the headers in, get those mounted up, and then we'll start dressing the engine, get the water pump on, start making sure all the belts line up, all that stuff. Get the blower on it, start running stuff, and making sure the harness lines up. Just start getting it together. But this was the biggest thing: getting this engine in and getting the transmission bolted to it. We'll get the torque converter bolted. We'll get the starter bolted. All that stuff bolted up, and then tomorrow we'll continue on the fuel system. This looks a little crazy. I'll kind of explain what we did. This box here is the controller for the fuel pump. So this is a 3-phase controller. So when we tried to give power directly to the fuel pump, didn't work. We actually had to kind of just hook this up here and then give power to these 3 wires. Well, power to the orange and the red, and then ground to the black, and it spewed out, pushed out a little fuel into there. So because of the amount of power we're going to be pushing through this, it requires that controller. This is kind of new to me, so bear with me here on the explanation, because like I said, the LSA stuff is still a little foreign to me, but I'm learning as we go. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have a little bit more exciting stuff done. But I wanted to at least put this video out, mainly for the customer. He's been waiting, and I told him as soon as I get some stuff done, I'm gonna record it, put a video out so you can see. So as you can see, my boy, the engine is in. It's in its final resting place. Engine is in. So only reason I didn't tighten those 3 bolts is that's because the bigger pulley is gonna bolt to that for the blower. So I just left those loose, and I still need to go in and put Loctite on those. I just want to get them all lined up when I put the balancer on. So yeah, so engine's in. I'm gonna be pulling the radiator out tonight because we're putting this radiator in it, which I'm curious on how this is going to work because the two ports are on the same side, when, as you know, on the Impala radiator, they're across from each other like that. So pretty sure I should be able to make it work. Just move the hose and, you know, we'll figure it out. But it's a nice radiator, so we're going to make it work. So yeah, LSA swap, first one. I still got the other one over there. I'm just waiting for him, but that's fine because I can get this one done. And once we get this one done, we can move on to that one. That one's going to be a lot simpler because that's a stock LSA. It's going to be a stock 6.2 CTSV, real simple setup. This one's going a little crazy because we did the smaller pulley. It's a 408 stroker. So we got to put, you know, a little bit more stuff on this one. That one's a little bit more basic than this one is. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, with this one, I'm not going to go too in depth because it's a lot that goes into this and I'm still learning. So I really don't want to put the wrong information out there because I'm pretty sure as I go back and as I do more and more on the swap, I'm going to learn more and more as I go. So this one's really just showing you guys what I've done so far and stuff like that. But as far as part numbers and all stuff, I'm not going to do all that in this video. Maybe by the time I get to the 6.2, the other one, I can go a little bit more in depth, but this one is just kind of showing you guys, you know, what's going on here at the shop and what we're doing. So that was the biggest thing I wanted to get done. Hopefully tomorrow we can get the fuel lines ran and we can get this thing off the lift, start pulling the engine out of this, and that'll be a super easy 6.0 4L80 swap. So that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next part of the series in our 408 stroker LSA swap in that 95 Impala SS.